We're here at Pursuit of Progression to do an upper session today. We are 2.5 weeks out. Obviously in my last video would have had a little bit more face, a little bit more substance to my physique, whereas now we're pretty much ready to go. We're kind of moving into that position of prep where we're tweaking food now, we're tweaking output and stuff like that. Obviously training is still ticking along. We're very much trying to just hold strength at the moment. I've had a couple of sessions that have been a little bit hit and miss, just purely because the weight drops that I've been experiencing have been quite substantial. So again, that's when we come back round to sorting output, sorting food, trying to maintain performance in the gym, obviously dripping in some PEDs as well, sort of Anabars going in now, which is going to help with performance and also kind of that cosmetic part of Anabar that will help dry things out and just really be the cherry on top. But today we're going to go through upper, we're going to start with some dumbbell laterals and then just move through the session. It's a pretty steady session, a pretty quick session, so we'll just get in and out and then just get that session ticked off closer to stage. So going out to America in a couple of weeks, obviously first show is Optimum Classic in Louisiana. I'm just looking forward to being out in the States again because I love it over there. Nice change of scenery, nice change of environment, go and meet people, go and see people, and the stage is again cherry on top, and I just can't wait to get out there. So let's get into this dumbbell laterals, 3 sets, obviously 2 sets of 8 to 12, and then last set will be 12 to 15. Everyone's like, oh, the glitz of the glamour, and you're like, I can't even be bothered to wash my hair. But we'll do another warm up, see how these feel, and then go from there. You don't want to pummel yourself with warm ups. Obviously, I've discussed this plenty of times in previous videos, but you know, a little bit of a touch, a little bit of a warm up, get the blood moving around, get everything nice and limber, and then go into the working sets. Like I said, you know, energy is very sparse at this moment in time, so I'm not going to spend all of my time doing warm ups, give it a feel, and then go into working. I've been working up to 17 and a half. I think I actually even did 20 last week. So we will just see how it goes, and if it feels a little bit more on the heavy side, we'll just drop back slightly and do some more reps this week. But again, we'll just assess it as we go through the warm-ups. To be fair, I'll log right up until obviously Callum tells me not to. So like peak week sessions, probably won't really log anything because obviously they're peak week sessions. They're very much just flauncy little sessions. Whereas I've been logging the entire way through, and I'm still kind of, like I said, we're still maintaining a lot of my numbers. The only session I didn't maintain the other day was my posterior session because I had like a worldy kilo and a bit drop overnight, which impacted my performance quite a lot. So that's the only session that I've had so far where I've really dropped in performance, whereas all my other sessions have maintained or increased ever so slightly, which I've never had in prep before, which is quite exciting. So, you know, what built it will keep it. And if you can keep that intensity high throughout prep, then you're going to maintain a lot of the muscle mass that you've built in your off season. Prep or dieting is not an excuse to become fucking a pussy with your training. Still go in and still get it done. Yes, we're tired. Yes, we're sore. We'll see all the posing and shit that we're doing at the moment. But you still go in, you still get the hard work done, you know, because that's what matters. It's one step closer to being the best on stage. And if I know that my opposition is doing 1 or 2 more reps than me, then I'm going to try and push for those extra reps because I want to be the best of the best. So, you know, like I said, training's been absolutely brilliant. Like I said, yes, I'm tired, but we still go up, we still move, and we still progress where we can. If not, we hold the weights where we can, we maintain and just make sure that the accuracy of that set is there. You know, we're executing it to the best of our ability, and also we're not being stupid. You know, I'm not going to have huge PBs at this point in time because I am obviously very lean. So we need to also be about, right, okay, so what's the execution? What's the accuracy? Am I actually moving the weight with how I want to be moving it? So really focusing on that time under tension and that connection with that muscle, especially is even more so when we're thinking about how we pose. How am I displaying my quads here? Am I tensing them the way that I want them to? That kind of thing. So taking your training and put it into your posing is also an element of why I want to make sure that everything's so accurate and executed well. So yeah, in a nutshell, training's been going well. It's just a couple of sessions have been a little bit hit and miss, but we're pushing where we need to push. The leaner you get, the harder it is to sit on things. My fucking tailbone is like a nub. It's awful. So when you sit down on shit, it's like, oh, my ass. It's fucking horrible. You need like a donut pillow everywhere you go. So they felt really good actually. So we keep with the 20s. So we did 1 rep up on that one. You'll notice there's a little bit of momentum at the end, which again, I've spoken about many a time. A little bit of body language is okay, as long as you're not being a twat with it. So a little bit of body language at the end. The connection is still really good, feeling really good in my shoulders. So we'll stick with the 20s for the next kind of lower rep range set of the 8 to 12s. 1 rep up, 8 last week, 9 this week. So let's just keep pushing it. I'll take that. I'll take it. Sometimes you just got to take what you get given. You know? A lot of people have asked about cardio. So what I'm doing for cardio, what I've done for cardio, because it's now coming out really, and what my personal preference is to what I'm doing my cardio on, fasted versus not fasted, that kind of thing. And due to the peptides I'm using, so I'm using SLU 332, obviously Clen and GC1, all of which work better in a fasted state. So I typically have just been doing my cardio fasted as Callum's requested. I also like to start my day with cardio. And a lot of people are like, oh, is it the be all or end all? Like, will it make that much of a difference? And if it's 1 to 2%, I'm going to be taking it. But if you are someone that doesn't have time in the morning to do your cardio, you can only really do it post-workout, then do it then, because at least you're doing it. Don't feel like you're stuck and you can only do cardio fasted. Do it when it suits you, because at the end of the day, like, you have your routine. If you work and then train in the evening, can only do it in the evening, then do it then. As long as it's being done, then it doesn't matter. When it comes to cardio kit, like, I personally have been using the bike because I have one at home, and it's the easiest way I can get it done in regards to not having to travel back and forth to a gym. I've never really done my cardio on Stairmaster because it just pisses my legs away. It just creates too much inflammation, and then we just get stuck, and then it's just a shit show. But a lot of people like to do their cardio on Stairmaster, cross trainer. It's very down to the individual. Obviously, you know, each to their own and whatever you want to do. But I personally have done all my cardio on a bike. And the highest my cardio has gone is obviously daily at 30 minutes. We've never had to go higher. It's now being tapered down because I'm pretty much where I need to be now when it comes to condition. And as we taper it down, new detail will come through because that inflammation will drop. I'll be better rested. I'll have more kind of energy to go into my training and stuff. So when it comes down to cardio, do it when you can do it and what suits your schedule. As long as it's being done, then it's being done. Down to the piece of equipment you use, again, that's individual. What is easiest for you to make sure that you're getting that cardio done is also fine. Again, I do it on a bike because I have one at home and it's the best situation for me to do my cardio and get it done. But don't overcomplicate things, guys. Those are the two things. When you can do it and how you do it is down to what you need to do and how easy it is for you to get it done. So yeah, but that's where my cardio has been. Steps-wise, 18,000 steps with 8,000 fasted. Again, just to really utilize the peptides that I'm using through this prep is to be done in a fasted state. So that's where my steps are at, but they're coming down now as well. I'm now on 15,000 with 7,000 fasted. I move a lot anyway, so for me, steps are easy. I like to do them because I like to move. So yeah, so that's my 2 pence on cardio, where my cardio has been and stuff. So as long as you get it done, guys, it doesn't really matter. Just get it done. This Gymleco shoulder press is lush because I like the way that it converges, whereas the pin loaded, I'm not a huge fan because it doesn't converge as much, but this, it's fucking good piece of kit. So that was, first set is 6 to 10. Last week I got 9 on 43.75, 45 this week for 6. Felt really good, actually, really good. So now go into that back off set where we'll do 1 set of 10 to 15, and I'll have a play around with what I got last week. We might go up this week. No, we'll stick with, so 30.375 was what I got last week, so we'll go with that one. So into back work now. So upper back row on the cables. My upper sessions are like a bit of shoulder, bit of back, bit of traps, bit of arms. Nothing too crazy. And like I said in previous videos, guys, my split has stayed the same for, I started working with Callum April last year. And even before that, Callum was doing my training. So it would have been even further. So I've been on the split probably almost 2 years. If I don't need to change, I don't need to change. So many people are like,
I'll switch my training up because for her.
and I've spoken about this before, you don't need to change training up all the time. This is what works. It will change the closer I get to stage, don't get me wrong, volume, things like that. But right now, and you'll see how well this session's going before, and I was dragging my feet coming into the session, but once you find your rhythm, I know exactly what I need to do in this session and what I need to hit. So even though I'm 2.5 weeks out, we come in here and we get it done. But my splits stay the same through this entire journey. So if your coach hasn't changed your split in a while, because there's been no need to, it's a good thing because things are working. Could probably do with a little bit more of a squeeze, so obviously not going to go up on that one. We're going to keep with that weight. I might wrap up for this next one. The only reason why I didn't wrap up is because I've got new tattoos. I mean, they're not new, but they're fresher than other tattoos. So I'm just being more mindful of them. One more. Nice. Sweet thing. They felt good. Right. That was actually a rep up on that one, which isn't too bad. I would want to clean those up a little bit. Just a little bit. I have a massage tomorrow as well, which is going to help massively because I'm posing so much. I'm just getting slightly tight in areas. I can feel it when I'm training. And I've been seeing Ash for my massage, COA Performance in Cheltenham. If you're in Cheltenham, please go and see him. I'll pop the link, or Laz will pop the link somewhere in the bio. If you say so, I'll probably send you, so you're out. He'll work through my lats and that through every Friday tomorrow, and that should help me just a little bit. When you pose as much as we do at the back end of prep, things just get so fucking tight. So that's a nice bit of kit, I like it. Good squeeze. I get really bad, like when I get lean, the soles of my feet are just awful. They're just uncomfortable as fuck. I remember being backstage at Texas and my feet were so sore that posing was like the hardest thing because I just had no fat on my feet. And I was like, oh. And I remember telling someone, they were like, oh, you're not making bodybuilding very glamorous. And I was like, it's because it's not half the time. Let's go. Oh. Oh, I like that. That is a very nice piece of kit. Fuck yeah.
you winning?
I'm winning, mate.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Winning, brother. Shrugs done. Now on to a little bit of triceps. 2 sets. I think it's 10 to 15 or 8 to 12. I will double check. But just some easy bar push downs and then biceps, and that'll be that. 2 sets of 8 to 12. Here we go. Now this gets a little bit awkward because this weighs more than me now. So trying to stabilize myself is a bit awkward, but
What is your weight now?
I weighed 68 kilos this morning, which I started prep at 86. So, yeah.
So you just swap the numbers?
Basically, yeah, basically. But it's been weird because it's not... My starting point was so different. And I don't feel like I've lost all that weight. Do you know what I mean? Like I've just gotten... Like my muscularity has stayed. I've just gotten leaner, obviously. But like, do you know what I mean? Like it's not like I've just lost a shit ton of weight.
You feel like you've just lost fat and water.
Exactly, yeah. I haven't lost... Even like my legs this year. I mean, you've seen me through multiple preps. Like my legs this year have actually kept size, which is really cool. Because previously I've just pissed them away. But yeah, so yeah, it's been good. It's been very good. End of the session, 2 little sets on the preacher curl. I've only really just added back in direct bicep work from the forearm issue that I had. But I've always kind of been blessed with relatively good arms. So it's not been the end of the world that I haven't really been able to train them as much as previously. And I say as much as previously, I literally did like 4 sets a week. Like it wasn't much at all. I didn't even think it was 4 sets. I think it was like 3 maybe or something like that. So over the past 4 weeks, I've just been doing like a couple sets here. Triceps weren't an issue, it was more biceps alone. So we do 2 sets here, 8 to 12 reps, and then that'll be it for the session. Yeah, buddy. This is so weird. I sometimes look at my body, right, and I think, this is just disgusting. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just look at like, oh. Like I said to Leets the other day, she was like, oh, you're so pretty. And I was like, no, I'm not, Leets. I'm so ugly. Like, just because I was just there, like, skin and bones. It's like, she is so beautiful. No, I'm not. Shut the fuck up. So that is that done and dusted, guys. Upper session at Pursuit Progression, 2.5 weeks out from the Optimum Classic on May 30th. Really happy with how that session went. Came in feeling a little bit groggy, but with the energy of Laz and the people here at Pursuit, we managed to get it done and we managed to get on with the vibes today. Very, very happy indeed. Now to go home, chill out, do some bits and bobs, and get ready for the last little stretch in this prep. And obviously we're doing Optimum, and then we will go from Optimum to Toronto. Very excited about these 2 shows, especially Toronto. I've heard very good things. But be sure to keep an eye out for the live stream, guys. Support women's bodybuilding, women's physique, figure, just bodybuilding in general. Support us. Make sure that we're going out to the masses, because that's really important. And make sure that we're supporting each other as well. I've had a lot of negativity throughout this prep from certain individuals on Instagram. If you are women with muscle, you know exactly what I'm on about. But one massive thing that I've learned from this prep is to not give a fuck. So guys, if that's you, put middle fingers up to people that want to spread negativity because it's not worth the energy. Small but mighty coaching is about standing the fuck out, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you for all the support. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will be dripping more videos in, hoping to bring some show day stuff to you guys. But you know what? You'll get it when you get it. No, just follow me on Instagram, smallmighty20. A lot of my uploads and stuff are more on there, but I will hope to bring more to you guys. But it's just, you know, life gets in the way. But anyway, much love to everyone. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.